You'll always go to bed feeling happy.
Huh.
And that is something to eat.
Oh no.
A lot about men as a girl who was always a girlfriend. Type of men I grew up around, I never had to worry about them being predatory. My cousins, my uncles, my dad.
I want to maintain my purity before the marriage.
That's very honorable.
Yeah.
Would you go home with the guy on the
Same
first
guy.
night?
Depends on how handsome he is. I'm gonna go home with you.
Reasons why you should date not one, but two Vietnamese.
Oh, let's hear this.
You'll always go to bed feeling happy.
Huh.
And that is something to eat.
Oh no. No. They didn't do that. Oh man.
You'll get the best of both worlds.
What? Oh no, this is dead wrong. This is dead wrong. Y'all messing with guys' heads now. You trying to get guys to go out to Vietnam, and this is dead wrong. You showing the little bit of fatty you have. She's showing it. You could tell she got a little something under there. This is wrong. Dead wrong. Let's continue on.
Another country. I have friends, they got engaged with foreign guys and their relationship works. That to happen. I want that to happen.
Plus for more.
Real passport bros. This is a black guy, he's showcasing what's happening, and he's in the Philippines, right? And Filipinas see it. They're believers. Like, they've seen so many successful relationships with black men. That's what's going on, because this is a black man asking the questions. They've saw so many. Guys have been doing a great job. They have. Guys have been coming out over here and being outstanding citizens. And guys have been over here ever since, Vietnam and also World War II. So they know us. Guys have been, black men, OGs, have been getting relationships with Filipinas since then. Look at all of the black Filipinos out there and Filipinos. They've witnessed this, and they love us. They love us for it. Come over here and get some love.
Would you go home with the guy
Same
on the first
guy.
night?
Depends on how handsome he is. It's like really face value.
What if he's this handsome?
I'm gonna go home with you.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
That's what you're asking.
Okay.
Of course I'm gonna go home with
Cut
you.
the interview.
Oh man, I'm gonna go home with you if that's what you're asking. Now, everybody's not like this. I want to say that, but you have your people that already go home right away. I know some guys pass through looking for that. You can find it. You can find it. If you're a talker, I can't hate on you for trying to find it, but you can find it.
Cut the interview. So, looks, and it sounds like a little money. What else does it take?
Oh my god, don't say that. It sounds like a little money. It seems like I'm not
Didn't
like
care about
having.
that.
I don't have money. I do have money, but it's like do your thing.
He has to be able to buy you a drink. That's
I
a little bit of money.
If he wants me, then that's the least he can do.
Wow.
Okay. So let's say it's like not a
That's what
night
men want to hear.
of thing, and
Okay.
it's like the next day.
The next day,
Where would you guys go?
I'm gonna go home.
Oh,
I'm gonna go home. I feel like if I pick someone up from a night out, it's gonna stay there. It's not that serious. Come on, we're
Yeah,
adults. It's not
yeah.
that serious. If he wants to be serious, I mean, he's gotta text me.
Ah,
I say, hold up, wait a minute.
He's
so-
gonna do more than that.
okay. So you could add him to your roster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely in the list. He's not going anywhere.
So how long is the list right now?
It's pretty short. I just got out of a relationship.
Okay.
How long was it?
It was a year.
That's a
It
long
was a
relationship.
torture. I mean, that guy was a total douchebag, but I'm not gonna
no.
spill anything.
So what did he do wrong?
I'm not gonna talk about that. You have to buy me 2 drinks.
2 drinks.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's trying to get some.
Okay. So, what do you
She's
want in
trying
a
to
man?
get some.
3 drinks.
Oh,
3 drinks.
Hit plus
oh
for more.
man, she's trying to get some. 3 drinks. I've been a year-long relationship. I'm just trying to get my back blown. She let it be known. It's been a long time. The guy was a douchebag. And she said in so many words without saying, well, she did say it. She pretty much said the same that, but it was joking. But you guys understand those kind of jokes. Oh, 3 drinks. 2 drinks, 3 drinks. I don't want your money. Guys kind of want to hit it. I mean, it's not good. Men want to take something serious, but still, I'm sure a lot of you are not going to turn that down. You come out to the Philippines, your first night here, you meet her, 3 drinks. I just gotta have a long relationship. You keep my phone number in your phone. A guy's gonna do it. A win is a win. A win is a win.
Asian family. Yeah, and my family is a little bit conservative in the married topics like that. So yeah.
Okay. So you've like taken on the
Same guy.
values that you were
Yes.
raised with,
Yes.
and like
So,
keeping
yeah.
those.
Like I want to maintain my purity before
Oh yeah, by the way, this is Real Passport Bros. Shout out to Real Passport Bros. He's out here doing this interview thing. Shout out to you, brother.
the marriage. That is,
That's very honorable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you think that's common here in the Philippines?
Yeah. So why?
Hit plus for more.
The other one said, not so much. Not everybody's like that. I say it all the time. Not everybody is going to be conservative. Like she was. Maybe her friend is not. Maybe her friend is like the other girl. But the other girl got a long relationship, but still, you should still be keeping it tight. But
Back in 2021 after my failed relationship. And I don't mean that type of hoe that y'all talking about doing all that free. I'm talking about a bitch that's really getting paid. But even though my whole journey was very short-lived because I'm just not cut out for it, I learned a lot about men as a girl who was always a girlfriend. The type of men I grew up around, I never had to worry about them being predatory or violating me at all. I could literally undress in front of my cousins, my uncles, my dad. I could sleep in the same bed with them. I didn't never had to worry about certain
this is disturbing. You see the color of her face, and she's turning herself light skinned. This is disturbing on so many levels. Lady, you're going from dark to white. I want to see it finish.
certain things that some girls had to worry about. Me being around men that I was always safe around was a good thing, of course, but not being educated on how predatory and bad men can be out in the world, I was not set up with the proper tools. Now, I don't think everybody needs to go and have a whole phase just to learn these things, but I do think as a Black girl, most of the time we don't get to experience dating like other cultures do. I had a very false sense of who men really were because I've only been around the men in my family. I've only seen the men on TV, and all of those men are typically written out to be the savior, the provider, the good guy. I mean, we really don't see that many bad men. So it wasn't until my failed relationship and I decided to go and be outside and be a hoe and hang out with my old friends that I actually got to learn men. These are things that you can learn without a hoe phase. I do not condone hoe phases, especially the hoe phases y'all be going on, because y'all just be doing a whole bunch of free fucking and calling it feminism. That is not a hoe phase. In my opinion, that's just a phase of you being dumb as fucking and mismanaging that pussy. That's another topic for another day. I've been in relationships since high school. I've been a long-term girlfriend and I've been proposed to twice before the age of 25. But I did not know men until that whole phase. I had no idea how predatory, how manipulative, how narcissistic, and how terrible men could be. Not letting your Black daughter date and properly guiding her through life when it comes to the dating world does her a huge disservice. Don't let them date. You call them fast for liking boys, but then get mad when they get grown, successful, and pick a man like Kiki Palmer them. Make it make sense. I mean, you really think that your daughter just gonna know what man to pick? Just
She's making a point. She's somewhat right. She is. Right? You have to actually pick out your husband for your daughter. She shouldn't even be dating. So that's how it should be. But I'll let her finish. She's somewhat right, but the parents and the family, should be picking a man out for you to get married to, the old school way.
Because she's book smart. Last time I checked, all my drug dealer cousins, they want them a nurse. They want them a doctor. They want them a lawyer. I remember I used to date this drug dealer. Baby, he had all the lawyers on his body. All the girls from Spelman was on that man's body. I was like, damn. That's crazy that these bitches, these highly educated women, want him. I did not know men until me and that boy broke up in 2021. And I really got to get outside and really got to date for real outside of being in a long-term relationship, outside of trying to commit myself because I don't want to be a hoe. Society don't like a hoe. A man will never cuff a hoe. Bitch, that's a lie. And I'm not saying go out here and spread yourself thin because that's not cute. I'm just saying stop trying to preserve yourself and cuff the next man you know because society gonna call you a hoe. It's a scam. It's a scam that Todd set up, my girl. Black boys are already raised up against black girls. And you sending your little black daughter out in the world lost in the sauce ain't making it no fucking better. Give her the proper tools and she won't need a hoe phase like I did. Either y'all gonna start teaching y'all daughters or narcissists will. Either way, she gonna learn.
She look like she's still working right now. The way she put on that witchcraft on her face, she's a pro hoe. A pro hoe, and she's a no-go. Those be the girls that be having like 1,000 bodies. I saw a girl like that one time. She had blue hair. I said, I wonder why. I wonder why you colored your hair blue. Because you always got somebody new. And you know what to do. You always got somebody new.
Should avoid materialistic women. Why do I say that? Because listen, are you a bad beat? Did your mom carry you for 9 months so you can be someone's trophy husband? No, she didn't. And the reason I'm saying that, you see with a lot of materialistic women, yeah, they don't like men for men. They see men as objects. Why do they see men as objects? Because whatever you do, whatever money you make, it makes her look good. You're not even a person. Imagine if I drew a body with no head. That's how she sees you.
Real talk.
So when she's taking snaps, when she's putting up Insta stories, when you're on holiday or you're on a date and she's holding your hand, she's making sure you show the watch. She's making sure you're dressed a certain way. She's making sure you make her look a certain way. You, my good brother, are just a trophy husband. Yeah? Now, why this is scary is because as a man, you shouldn't be with nobody who only sees you for your belongings. That's not a woman that you're with. That's a mercenary. That is a person who works for the highest bidder. So the minute they find another faceless body, who has even more shiny belongings than you, who has even more money than you, your contract's been cancelled. They're moving on to the next bidder. It's like an auction. Everyone's just... So they can buy the product and they're happy to sell themselves. Secondly, why you shouldn't date materialistic women and avoid materialistic women. There's a difference between liking nice things and being materialistic. Yeah? Cool. And you see, when you're materialistic, you will do anything for materials. You see, especially in the ends, I've seen this happen a lot. There's women out there that will set a man up for a Chanel bag. That's correct. A guy will go into a house or a yard and she'll have people waiting for him. Or you could give her certain stuff to line someone up for a Chanel bag. Imagine that.
So true.
How much is a Chanel bag? Like what? 3-4 bags? If you are a high earner in London, that's a month's wages. Somebody just lost their life for a month's wages. Imagine that. Because she wanted a Chanel bag. She wanted a bag that got made in some Chinese factory somewhere. Someone lost their life because of that. Do you understand? These are women, they make things, designer, materials, just rot their brain. They put it so high up on a pedestal, they'll do anything for it. Yeah. These are the kind of girls, if you take them to certain restaurants, or like I said, you buy them certain handbags, or you buy them some heels, you can leave guns in their yard. Imagine that. You've got pistols and artillery in your mum's yard because you wanted a nice bag or you wanted some heels. Does that sound like someone that's got sense to you? My brother, any men out there, any man out there, avoid these women. Avoid them, Avoid. Think of them like this, yo. That they got a disease, or they're like Rogue in X-Men. That when they touch you, you just die.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even die. You're about to die. You're about to suffer. Think of them like that. You see in X-Men, no one ever used to let Rogue touch them. And she was in her feelings. And they were right. See these materialistic women, treat them like Rogue. You can't touch me. Stay away from me. Because anyone that will do the most, yeah, for materialistic belongings, as a man, that is not who you want to be with. Like I said, number one, you'll get treated like a trophy husband. Your mum did not carry you for 9 months for you to act like a bad bee and someone's doll and someone's trophy husband. And number two, they will do anything for these nice belongings. If you've got enemies, which I hope you don't, or you have problems with people, yeah, they could easily pay these women, not even pay them, buy them a bag, buy them some heels, take them to some Mayfair restaurant. And my brother, you will go to the pearly gates. It's not worth it. So don't do it. Do you understand? When you hear certain women talking and you hear that they like put materials on so much of a pedestal, they always talk about designer. They always talk about this bag. They're just always talking about lifestyle, lifestyle, lifestyle. Run away from them women, bro. Run for the hills. Because they're not good for you, bro. You'll suffer. Do you understand? Like I always say, make civilian life great again. Check the link in my bio.
He must be he said it's in UK, but he must be on demon blocks. They do have demon blocks in UK, just like in US. They got Chicago areas too, where guys will come and line you up, and he's talking about areas like that where you have to keep your eyes peeled, because it sounds like he's talking to young guys who deal with hood boogers, and the people on this side already know. No hood boogers, because we understand what happens from that. A lot of headaches and baby mamas, and guys don't want to deal with baby mamas. 3 kids will pass.
The most when you stop caring about them. And before there's those motherfuckers in my comments being all like, stop encouraging this. If something's the truth, I'm gonna talk about it, whether I encourage it or not. Just from what I've seen with most women is that when a man like shows her that he really cares about her, and it ends up backfiring because she's so used to dating the guys who are like perfect, but they're also bad boys, if that makes sense. Because those bad boys have a perfect balance between their life and girls. And they have other priorities that go before that woman, which makes them more attractive, which makes them more masculine. I mean, if you find that small percentage of women like me, then obviously this advice doesn't go for your situation. Even if you like her, have your shit together and have your own life. Coaching and bye, yo. You're gonna laugh at me when I say this, but the moment a woman stops being consistent with you,
It's part 2.
stop entertaining her. You fell in love with the person that she was in the beginning, not the person that she's turning into, not the person who stopped showing up for you, not the person who changed into someone that you don't recognize anymore. I understand that it's a scary feeling to leave someone behind when you saw so much of the future with them, but in the future, you're gonna be happy that you made the decision to leave, and you realize how scary it is to have actually been with someone your whole entire life, knowing how they treated you. One-on-one coaching will be in bio.
Yeah, of course. It's an old thing guys know. Guys are aware of all of the games. The game has changed. Men have awakened. You know, you can tell by all of the women complaining, where are the good men gone? The good men have gone overseas. The good men are not dealing with you. The good men are making their money. And the guys who are making the money, you would never expect to be making the money, because you ladies don't pay attention. Seriously. But men are not worried. Men have stopped caring because men have stuck to what they're doing. I try to influence minds of men to be on their grind, and more men are waking up and they're starting to do it, and I'm happy to see it. I'm ecstatic. I love seeing it because guys are winning despite what they're saying. Oh, we got degrees, we going to school. Men are winning though. A win is a win.
Couldn't agree more.
Is the definition of unconditional love.
Okay. Let's keep listening.
And I love that for her.
You know how I know good men exist?
How?
Because Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, exists. Because Sierra's husband, Russell Wilson, exists.
I'm starting to see a pattern, but let's keep listening.
Cassie's husband, Alex,
right?
That man ain't nothing. He ain't got nothing but God pumping through his veins.
Don't blame it on God.
Truly an angel.
All right, let's listen to two more.
May all my girlies find a love that resembles the love that Alex Fine has for Cassie. Like, what a beautiful demonstration of what it means to be loved fully and fearlessly. And
I'm gonna give a little bit of my take real quick. From what we've seen so far, it seems like there are a lot of women who don't really care what the love of their life receives, and they only care about what they receive from the love of their life. Let's keep listening.
Thing y'all think of is what's your husband gonna feel? It's because too much of y'all manhood is tied to y'all ego. A lot of y'all not ready to help your girl carry her baggage.
Somebody go check on Alex.
Yeah.
Somebody go check on Alex.
Right now.
I mean, to have to sit through this court case and hear all of those horrible things that your wife had to endure.
Oh.
But the worst part is listening to somebody say they urinated in your wife's mouth.
This is what happy wife, happy life culture looks like. This is what always listen to your wife looks like. This is what ignore my past and focus on my non-existent future looks like. Y'all, this is what it is. Like, too many men's egos are tied to whatever the she said. What else in life, other than men dating women, because women wouldn't even do it. What else in life do you not vet the past of whatever you're going into? If it's a business relationship, if it's buying a car, if it's anything else, what else do you just totally negate the past of the person or the item or the business or the entity? What else do you negate the past of it for? In what other situation? I don't know who tricked so many women into believing that, like, their past doesn't matter, and it shouldn't matter to a man. But y'all gotta take, ball it up and throw it in the trash. If you start dating a man and you find out he used to beat on women, you find out he used to be weird with kids, you find out he used to hog tie women, because I feel like y'all not really listening to the massive majority of shit that Cassie is explaining was done voluntarily. Like, she would coordinate some of it. She would call her favorite escorts. Even after she escaped Diddy, she kept the line of communication open and reached out to him for another freak off. Diddy wasn't even on her line. Like, she reached out.
Yeah, that situation is wild. Everybody's watching the case still with Diddy. And he's right. That girl is scarred. That's what happened at the end when she got addicted to the pain. That's what happened. He turned her into a freak. And she's a freaker anyway. She liked it. She liked all of it. And he messed up when he said hog-tied. Like, bro, you know how many girls like getting hog-tied? You know how many girls are in the BDSM? When you look at the amount of people watching porn, like 40, 50% of it is woman. Not half, but like 40% of women, I'm to say. Half of women are watching it, if not more. I gotta look at those numbers. But I think it may be more. Everybody are pervs nowadays. Women and men. And that's what's up with her. She wants her cake and eat it too. Right? And a lot of that has nothing to do with Diddy. I'm shocked this man married her. Seriously. I saw her running around with Diddy for so many years. I just imagine what was done to her. It disgusted me. Seriously. I already know how that guy is. I'm like, I can imagine what he's doing. All the guys she was getting with, and you're chasing it. Some of those guys were like this. Does he know that? Does he understand that? Some of the guys were like this. You're following that, bro? You're following that. Sick.
Stop trying to be a ride or die. Most men don't even acknowledge the girl that was with him at his lowest, the one that weathered certain storms with him. Because when he up or doing better in life, he gonna go spend those days with somebody who has no knowledge of where he came from or what he's been through. That's just gonna make you angry, bitter, resentful. It's gonna have you harboring a bunch of negative emotions because you're gonna feel like that should be you. You should be the one to see the good days because you was with him during so many bad days. You are literally going to feel like he owes you something because you sat and you invested so many tears, so much time. You went through a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of betrayal, struggled with him. You went the whole 9 yards. But honestly, that was your choice. You had a choice to leave and you had a choice to stay. Like, it is literally best to let people figure life out. You do not have to stick around, sit around, and undergo their hard times with them. You also have to understand, just because you are willing to stay with somebody during their hard times, that don't mean that they're obligated to stay with you when they're in their good times. Everybody got free will to do what they want. So I'm just telling you, don't sit there and put yourself through that. Separate, enjoy life, live your life, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back together. But I see so many girls literally ruin themselves because they went and they sat through somebody's hard times, and then that person is nowhere to be found when they're up. It's like a bad investment. Don't invest into people that way. Please don't. If anything, become that girl that meets somebody when they're up, so you can enjoy everything without sitting there harboring all this anger, all this bitterness, all this resentment. Baby, You pretty, you young, you in your prime, enjoy life. Don't go through nobody's struggles with them. Baby, weather your own storms.
I'm tired of seeing girls do this for the wrong men, right? Because you have to get with a man while he's on the come up. But y'all are getting with the wrong men while they're on the come up. Seriously. That's why I came to the Philippines. That's one of the reasons why. To get with a woman, to be with me while on the come up. And what did that turn into? It turns into dollars. And now, when you're winning, you already know your lady deserves it. But they want to meet a man at the finish line. It doesn't work out like that. Stop giving it all to pokies. It leaves your brain dead. But yeah, man, I don't know. They don't make sense. But you know what happens when you do the same thing again and expect different results? You know what they call those people? Insanity. And that's why guys are leaving, because guys realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with women like that.
He ain't lying.